Known as the unofficial mayor of Bozeman, Montana, and also known as the fastest skiing plumber in the United States, Ken Williams, from a one-man operation, started Williams Plumbing and Heating. And today, it is one of the largest plumbing contractors in the Northwest. I'm Craig Morgan, and this is American Plumber Stories.
Some days I'm working before the sun kisses the sky. I watch the world wake up from the seat of my truck. I'm out here earning my piece of the pie. A good honest buck, no it ain't love. I was taught to do the things I do so I don't depend on anyone. I work hard enough through the year so I play whenever I want. I have more than I deserve, including a wife who says I'm hot. Yeah, it's better than a good life that I got.
How's work going?
It's going.
What job are you working on?
Billings Clinic.
If I could go back to myself in high school, I would have got in this trade earlier. I wouldn't even messed with college.
You at the 111?
Yep, third floor now, getting ready to test PVC. I was not the best student, barely made it out of high school. You got enough help?
Got to get more help.
Yeah, me too.
Especially now with the labor shortage.
Yes, there's a ton of opportunity in plumbing.
It's the best time in history to be a plumber.
Take me
My father founded Williams 40 years ago out of a storage unit just down the street from here. Hired a couple of his friends, and over the years grew and grew.
My dad was a contractor, then he became a plumber. As a kid, I didn't want to be like my dad.
I think the common perception of a plumber is pants that don't fit, overweight, goes around cleaning out clogged pipes all day. But it's so much deeper than what the common perception is.
We specialize in really advanced commercial projects, hospitals, schools, government labs.
But it's really important. You do not have to go to college to do what I've done.
Today we're up at one of the largest projects in the state of Montana here up in beautiful Big Sky.
What you need is just plain and simple, a desire to get her done. Just get it done.
It's
5 lodges and 62 branded residents with truly an epic view. We got the big dog showing up today, so we're going to give Mr. Ken Williams a tour of the job site.
So Quinn, do you think you're going to pull this big a project off?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm proud of you, Quinn. Take us to the next level. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
This is where we lived the summer of, I think, 1989.
You know, going from a little Airstream trailer, plumbing and living in that thing, to finally see the dream come true, extremely humbling, and it's all because of the trade.
We started here, we moved there. All because of plumbing.
When you're at work, you focus, you give 100%, but then you got to rejuvenate. And so the adventure side of Montana, it's religion to me. This is where we rejuvenate. This is where we rebuild. And then tomorrow at work, we can give 100%.
The mountains are just a couple minutes away. You can go up there, escape all this. Forget about all the stress of the day. Just escape from your normal life.
They can work during the week as a plumber, and their weekends are their own.
Everything's outdoors. Float the rivers, there's fly fishing. If you want to get out in the woods, do some camping.
Montana's about nature, the great outdoors. It's just the thrill.
So my kids grew up, every weekend we would exit stage right. Water ski and boat. In the winter, hockey, it would be snow skiing, ski racing. As a Montana native, I just love the mountains. I mean, this is a place that is just gorgeous. I love motorcycling, I love skiing, I love hiking. And plumbing has enabled me to do all of those things.
Outdoor activities are top of my list, but hobbies like that are expensive.
Being a plumber? That's the worst job ever. The money. I just make too much of it. I've had to start collecting classic cars just to keep up.
Plumbing to me has meant a really good living. When I was in high school, I didn't even let the thought of college enter my brain.
In high school, parents were trying to push me into college and just kind of following what people say you should be doing. So I moved to Bozeman in '05, went to college at MSU, needed money going to college. Williams hired me, and then I started making money and ended up not finishing school and never looked back.
I legitimately didn't want to be a plumber growing up, and that's how strong the pressures were. I was embarrassed to say, hey, my dad's a plumber. And then I worked in the company and worked to pay for college and realized, like, holy cow, I've been conned. This is an amazing career.
I think the advice I would give somebody in high school is, why would you spend all that money for a degree you might not get a job in, where you can join a trade and get right into it and start making money right away? And you will be a wanted man. You'll have work the rest of your life. Plumbing, it's never going away.
As a senior in high school, I thought if I went to college, got an education, then I could truly be somebody. At MSU, I studied chemical engineering, and I did really well. But chemical engineering jobs don't really exist in Montana. When I grew up in Bozeman, it was a great childhood. We had elk and moose in the fields below our house, the hiking, the skiing, great childhood. My dad was in the construction trade, so I worked with my dad for a number of years. And then in college, he became a plumber. So I was watching this transformation, and plumbing was a very interesting trade. And then as a senior, it started sinking in that perhaps I didn't want to leave Montana. It was the best decision I ever made. I worked with my dad a couple years and just fell in love with all the dynamics of plumbing.
I think that's one of the most important things to him, is that you're excited about doing what you're doing.
When you say Ken Williams, I think of someone who has done so much for the up-and-coming apprentices.
He could just see the shimmer in my eye. I was excited about talking plumbing with him. And that's what gets a good crew, you know? You get your crew excited, you're doing good.
My dad was a role model. He taught me how to work, but he wasn't somebody that I wanted to be like. I remember my dad having a Sawzall, and he would click the trigger till I plugged the flippin' Sawzall in. So that was kind of the mood. So with my son, the most important thing I tell him is I trust him. Quinn, I trust your judgment explicitly.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it.
I add to that the adjective explicitly. When you add the word explicitly, it energizes that whole generation of kids.
Not much makes a parent more proud than having one of their children continue their legacy. And Quin Williams is doing just that by integrating the latest and greatest in technology at the new Williams campus.
This building's gonna be amazing. This is the new mothership, the new fabrication facility to meet, high demand of the construction projects these days. All the magic is gonna happen here.
So it was a few years back, I had Quinn in the business a number of years, and I never really knew what he wanted to do.
The whole facility's hydronically cooled, so there's, I think, 96,000 feet of pipe under that slab. Man, I wish I knew a plumber to get this building done.
And then I got an email, one sentence, it said, "Dad, contrary to popular belief, I'd love to carry on." And I remember tears coming down my cheeks.
I'm still looking for my
I didn't know where he was going to go as a child. I didn't want to ever push plumbing because I wanted him to make the decision. And sure enough, he did.
Quin's very tech savvy and smart. You know, he puts off these YouTube instructional videos, and it's great. He produces all our commercials. They're his ideas.
One of my favorites is Classroom of Kindergartners. And the concept of the movie is like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? The teacher's asking the kids, and
I want to be a doctor. I want to be a singer. Ooh, I want to be a fireman. I want to work at Williams Plumbing and Heating.
He wants to get the word out to kids to join the trade just as much as anybody.
I go to middle schools and high schools. So I present in the classroom, so we get to show them all these kids the cool projects.
I can see that he's building this passion for the trade, and we need it. And he's doing a tremendous job. So this last winter, I went to a ski race in Colorado. I was gone about 10 days. I came back, I'll never forget, it was a Monday morning, and I walked into my office, and I said, "Quin, where's my desk?"
This makes me sound like an
He said, "Well, Dad, you can see we're doing a remodel." And I said, "Well, where's my desk?"
It's not quite as dramatic, right? I did burn his desk, but...
So I absorbed this a little bit, and to me it was a proud moment. It was time for me to hand him the reins. I said, "Quin, I think I'm gonna go out and shake hands and kiss babies and ski race around the country."
He is known everywhere. They call him the fastest plumber in the West.
makes me want going to tell sometimes tell my heart.
He goes up to Big Sky and race trains like 3 mornings a week. He trains till noon and then he comes back home and works. But he loves it.
The idea of gravity and gliding on the snow is something I just have a passion for. Skiing is really a discipline to enjoy your whole life.
Come out, come out.
Pulling off what he's done is unbelievable. I've always had the utmost respect. One of the best mentors ever.
As an owner of the company, I have watched my son. Oh my, the transition is unbelievable. He has taken some of the things that I have taught him, and he's just catapulted to the next level. It is never about the number of trucks you have in your community. It's always about the people.
You're not just a number. You know, we've grown to over 300 employees, but it still feels like a 10-man shop sometimes.
Maybe I didn't dream about being a plumber when I was a little boy, but I am so grateful that I fell into this trade. It has done nothing but benefit my life.
So if you're interested in a trade, plumbing is not going to let you down.
Bring on the fire, bring on the rain. Nothing can take you down. Crashing like thunder, steel in your veins. Nothing can take you down.
I'm Quin Williams, and I'm an American plumber.
I'm Craig Morgan, and you've been watching American Plumber Stories. Be sure to go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button and check out all of our other socials. It's American Plumber Stories.